What's going on, guys? Christian here from CK Wraps. Today I'm going to show you how to wrap the front fender on an Infiniti Q50. This is a 2014 Infiniti Q50. I've got my glasses on. We're going to try to do these again. So we can see how the video goes. Try and get you all those angles, all those details. Again, not the same recording quality as the actual camera itself, but again, over time, hopefully they'll improve the hardware that goes into these types of things. Anyways, we're wrapping the car in Hexas Chrome. I've got the vinyl, or the area prepped mostly. I've wiped everything down with isopropyl alcohol as normal. I've masked off a little bit extra. I wouldn't normally mask off the door or the lower rocker panel or even the hood here, but I do not want my chrome to stick to anything but the fender. It just makes it more difficult to work with, so the more you mask off, the easier things are. Again, this film is extremely high tack, and with warmer temperatures it becomes even higher tack. We're going to be using tack reducer today, so I'm going to show you how to apply that. And otherwise, we're pretty much ready to go. I've got my piece already cut. I've measured this piece at 32 inches. It's not 32 inches from here to here, but it's about 29 or so, 29, 30. Give myself a couple of inches extra. Nothing crazy. You might want to leave a little bit more if it's yourself. And what I also did here to conserve film, since this roll is only 54 inches tall, and let's say this panel was 28 inches or 29 inches, I would cut the length and then divide that in half and get two panels out of one cut. But since it's 54 inches, we're not able to do that. The one positive side to this is that with chrome, you can turn it. So you don't have to run it directional. You can turn it any direction you want. It will not show a discrepancy. I've never noticed a discrepancy at all in the finish of the film by turning the film itself. Now, so all I did was measure in 32 inches across, cut it down, and we've got 54 inches long, which this front fender is about 51, 52 inches long. So it's about perfect, actually. I'm not wasting a lot of film at all. With a product that's this expensive, you do want to minimize how much waste you have because, again, it's costly. Normally you buy it by the full roll, so you have a little bit of extra, but you don't want to waste it either way because you might make mistakes that you want to repair, and so having the maximum amount of film is important. I've got my heat gun ready. Let's throw some tack reducer down. Just going to dab it onto the cloth. I'm going to put down a fair bit, mainly through here, where it's going to be tacking a lot. Right across here, not too close to the edges. Just something to help. It doesn't have to be perfect either in your application, but just something to help minimize how much tack there is throughout the entire panel. Again, this stuff comes in a clear bottle. It's orange. Probably reduces the tack somewhere around 25–30%, so nothing crazy. After I've done that, what I'm going to do, since I may have put lint on the panel, is I'm going to blow it off with some compressed air. And we should be good to go. Let's grab the film, let's get it into position. I've left the hood open. It's easy to tuck in this way. And I don't have to risk damaging the hood that's already wrapped. If I leave the hood closed, we have to be very careful. You want to mask off your hood because if it touches, you're going to be in big trouble. Now what we need to do is remove some of this excess film. We don't want to have a lot of film in here. We want to have as much as we need, not more than that. I'm just looking behind. Let me try and stay. It's a little bit thicker, so it's a little bit more difficult to tell. Try and stay on this line right here. On the tire side of things, perfect. I'm gonna take this piece and put it in the car. You can use that to do whatever you want with later on. Next thing we're gonna do is remove the release liner. And I'm actually just gonna double check the top here again, make sure I'm past that top corner. We're good. Let's remove the release liner. The release liner is plastic, it's quite thick. I'm just gonna rest the film there. don't want to crease it as we're rolling the release liner, keep that in mind. A crease will be permanent in the film. So you can see, even though I masked some of the door, I'm still overlapping a bit, and it sticks quite aggressively. Let's find a nice flat spot. This is the important part right here. We need to find that flat area. And I'm going to remove the cap when it comes to this, because I'm not going to be able to do anything with it unless I remove the cap. Just get that down a little bit there. Let's do it right now to get it out of the way. I'm going to cut off a tiny bit right here. What I do is I put a slit and then I tear this, hoping that the cap and the actual film itself will separate. And then I pluck the cap from the film, which makes the film feel a lot thinner once you get this off. Another thing you're going to want to have is some soap and water. Which I have, or some kind of a lubricating solution. Make sure you keep that stuff far away because it's very slippery. Here's my soap and water. What I'd like to do is anchor this down a little bit better. So I'm going to lift and just glass this out a little bit better here. My buffer is the same buffer from yesterday. I haven't changed it, which is fine. It's not dirty. I know it's not. Let's be careful here. So, didn't do a nice job squeegeing. I'll have to lift it. It's just stuck to the door, mainly stuck to the door, which is okay. I'm going to pull down right here and try to lay in more than anything else. So we'll keep that rolling. The squeegee helps the fluid helps to not get wrinkles, especially squeegeeing over a gloss film. It'll work with almost any gloss film. It'll just feel much better. I wanted to pull it back to here. This way I could squeegee out these wrinkles. Yep, good. Be very careful when we're pulling it now. You notice I don't need to keep applying fluid. It's not imperative to keep applying fluid. As long as your squeegee has some on it, you're good. Okay, this area is done. That's actually the more difficult part of it. Up here, it's not too bad. Just give it a little splash. Let's release it from here. And then it should be a little bit easier to lay in. Something like this, we can come right down the middle. I'm going to add a little heat just to get the film around it, just like that, and then I'll cut out the excess. You only need to come to that top edge. You don't need to wrap around very far. Down in this corner here, add a little heat, just press down. You can do a cut and fold if you like. All the way through here, I'm going to cut in the gap, which is right here. Trying to stay on the rubber side. I don't want to cut slices of the rubber, so I am grazing it though with the top of the blade, just so you know. that out of the way. We can come right up the top. And then I'm going to come out a bit at the corner, just so I can get that out of the way. Here, we can finish trimming. And right here, I'm cutting on the paint. Yes, I am. But again, we're only trying to score the film, not cut the paint. I need to apply heat here. Let's take our gold card squeegee and put that in there. We can pry the plastic trim out slightly as we do this. Don't want it to rip, so I'm trying to prevent that. There we go. Did rip a little bit, but once I squeegee it back down, or once I screw this back down, it'll cover it. We're good. Now again, nothing wrong with the cut and folds. This is just a little bit challenging. I'll take my glove off. A little bit challenging to access. So again, even if we were to do perfect corners, as I was talking about the film, the panels being a little bit inconsistent, especially on their corners and stuff like that. Like when they bend this metal and they mold it, it's not always perfect. Sometimes they have to pinch the corners together and stuff like that to make them complete. We've got a little bit more to do in the door, and then we're finished. Let me check the camera and see how it's going. 24 minutes, we're good. Let's get the door open. Perfect. That'll give me access to this edge. Just keep going, heating around. Push, I roll. I typically roll this corner here. Anything that has a hard body line, I'm gonna roll that around. Now, it shouldn't be too big of a deal. Gaining access to the bottom here is a little bit trickier, so I'm gonna have to use my Gold Squeegee. Give it a bit of heat and then just get that pressed and rolled around. Just make sure we're all good all up in here. I can actually pull this back slightly, see? And get my thumb pressed in behind it. And we're looking good. I removed the glasses, that part's over. I'm gonna take you for a tour with the actual camera itself. This way you can get a better view of what's happening. Again, the glasses are only 720p. Camera is much higher quality. Let's bring it in. It looks wild. I love chrome. So this is just some smearing and stuff like that from the soapy water. Not a big deal. No haze in the film anywhere. Like no broken areas, no discrepancies, none of that. It looks really, really, really good. Tack reducer helps a ton in getting rid of those glue lines, so there aren't really any to see. It looks really nice. Cut and fold, so right there. Let's get that. I could probably, oh, that's just the corner itself. There's no fold there or anything actually. It's just how it looks with the chrome. There's a wrinkle here that doesn't really matter. It's gonna be put underneath the bumper once that goes back on. Try and show you these guys here. A little bit more tricky to reach. Trying to show you that guy over there too. I don't know if that's working. No, it's not really the best camera angle. There you go. That's it. Really nice, shiny all the way through, guys. You can see the reflection. Looks amazing. I'll give that a wipe off, move on to the next panel, and just keep going along here, guys. I hope the video was informative and helpful. I hope the glasses really worked out and showing you those details. Again, I haven't really tested it yet as far as doing a full wrap goes. You guys are the new guinea pig for that. And again, as technology improves, the glasses will also hopefully improve as well. Or if there are some better ones on the market, please refer them to me. I'd be happy to grab them. I looked everywhere to see what glasses were the best. They don't seem to all be that much different. Anyways, guys, give me suggestions. When it comes to glasses, I need something that's gonna record for, at least 20, 30 minutes or so. Not ones that can only record for a few minutes. I need that length of time there. Anyways, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I'm looking forward to doing more videos for you. Take care.